Hey everyone, how's it going? It's I, the real Randy Chavez, and this is a VeVe OMI update video, and it's about what David just teased. He was on the True Group Media podcast. They had a whole bunch of people there, and uh, for like the first 45 minutes, it's everyone talking about their certain collectibles and why they mean so much, physical stuff. And David goes out and he brings a collectible. It's a one of one. Keep that in mind of a Agaro. Agaro is a subsidiary of the New Zealand Mint, where they go in and they give you, they're licensed with a few IPs, and it's like a Superman coin or whatever that they have, like a Marvel coin of gold or silver, etc. And it's obviously going to be the cost of a piece of silver or gold plus a premium. And David had one of VeVe. Pretty sure I'm going to use that for this thumbnail. And he said this is a 1 ounce piece of gold, and the 1 ounce piece of gold happens to be it has the VeVe black heart over there. And he said, wouldn't it be cool if every gold and silver logo holder got this one? And that could mean either whether you have one gold logo or you have seven, that you're going to get one, or it's each logo it's going to be phygital. Each logo would have one piece. And if you have seven logos, you get 7 pieces of 1 ounce gold. And again, this is just speculation. There's nothing that's confirmed. So before you go out and buy a gold and silver logo, and although I think there are many reasons to buy it, this one is in the top 5 if it is what we think it is. And if it is, then an ounce of gold is like $3,300. So I shot my well, long story short, before I say who I did it with, I happened to go in and I bought my second logo. So I have the number 41. I listed it for like $30,000. I don't think anyone's going to buy that, although it's probably. I just bought the number 191 for like 19 million OMI, and I did that because, well, for 2 reasons. One, I want to diversify a little bit. I have a lot of OMI. I'm up to 260 million now. And I think that collectibles in general, NFTs in general, are probably going to go up before OMI does. And the reason I say that is because VeVe has announced some incredible kick-ass things this year. And the price has done nothing but kind of stay the same or go down. And I've seen other communities, whether it's autoglyphs, moonbirds, especially most recently, where a lot of money has gone into NFTs. And I slowly see that that's going to make its way to VeVe. And I just think that some of the collectibles are going to move before OMI. So that's just hedging my bets. So that's one of the reasons why I bought it. Some of the other financial ROI reasons is because we'll get to that in a second, but if they give you an ounce of gold per logo, again, right now the price of gold is $3,300. So that's a lot. And if they do that, again, I'd want to get 2 as opposed to 1, because this way I could sell 1. If I just got 1 piece, I'm probably going to keep it. And, because again, I don't want to part with that if that's a special thing, from David and Dan. That's something I'd rather keep. But I deserve to get something for this too. So I went over and I bought another one on the off chance that maybe that happens. It would be a pretty sweet way to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of VeVe, of the launch of the app, which I think will be celebrated at New York Comic Con this year. So I think that would be pretty cool. As soon as I bought it, I immediately called Mr. MC1, like, hey, I just bought a second logo. Do you want to know why? He's like, no, Randy, why? I was like, well, because David said this. And he's like, what? It's like, Randy, I have like the X amount of logos. I was like, I know. I did you know? He's like, no, I didn't know. So I thought that was fun. I told a couple of my whales who have a few, and they're like, I think Tammy has like 3. So again, will I get another one? I don't know, maybe. Other stuff has to go up first. So that's like kind of the main reason I FOMO'd into one. But even if we don't get, a 3,300 piece of rock, $3,300 piece of rock, I want another one because when my friend Greg, he's been on the podcast a couple times, Greg Schultz, he was President Biden's former campaign manager. He started with Obama back in the day, and he told me once that for a plate, if you want to have dinner with the president, and most times when you do this on his like one of the campaign dinners, it's like $30,000 a plate, which is ridiculous. And most times you don't even get to talk to the president. If you're really lucky, you get like 30 seconds for like a photo op, and whatever you can say in those 30 seconds is what you can say. And he said most times you'll get like a minute, maybe two, with the vice president. I've also read other stories where this one nightclub in New York, I forget which one it was called, I think it was Nicki Minaj that was in there, had a table at this club, and the tables around her were going for like $100,000. I repeat, the tables that were next to Nicki Minaj were going for $100,000. I don't even know any songs by her. I'm sure I've heard them on the radio, but that's how important it is that people get next to either celebrities or people that have value. Any kid nowadays, anyone like under the age of like 40, if you meet someone, like, how many people ask people for autographs nowadays? Like, I've signed a few things myself, but most people ask me for selfies. Like if I grew like, and again, this is just me, where yeah, I've signed a couple things, a lot of shirts. I think I signed a Pokemon card once, but that's like kind of the exception. Most people ask for selfies, and if I were to meet anyone right now that I like really admired, I'd rather a selfie. I feel like most people, millennial and younger, they want selfies because that's proof that they were with that person, not just something that, oh yeah, you could buy someone's autograph. You can't really buy. I mean, I guess in certain ways you can buy a selfie if you're next to Nicki Minaj. And why am I bringing this up? For anyone that wants to get close to David and Dan, and again, their company is worth, I'm going to guess, somewhere in the 9 figures, and I'm guessing in the blow off top bull market, it will be worth billions of dollars. The VeVe company, they're already exceedingly busy, and if you're going to want to get close to them and have like a conversation with them, one of the best ways to guarantee that, to do that multiple times a year, is by having a gold and silver VeVe logo. Like that is a golden ticket to David and Dan. And a lot, and again, the network that is around that, and you have the network for the OMI Secret Rare logo too, but the network that is around that is absolutely bananas. And price is what you pay and value is what you get. Okay, what's the price? Well, now the price is like $4,500. But what is the value of being able to talk to David and Dan multiple times a year? I would argue in the tens of thousands of dollars. And I've made videos like this before where, I'd say like, which collectibles do I think are awesome? And I would always say, you have the partner statue. I'm not just saying that because I just bought two. That I've always put that up there. You have the Todd Batman, which I don't have. You have the Riso Batman, which I don't have. You have this Spider-Man Secret Rare that I don't have. You have the Miles Secret Rare that I don't have. So all of those things are definitely up there. But the gold logo is usually up there with them. Partner statue, gold logo, both Secret Rare Spider-Man and the two Batman, or the first edition Riso and then the first appearance Todd. And again, you have other ones that are really good. Like you have like the Superman that's like a blue chip. He's like $100, but I think he does really well, or he'll do really well. And again, what is the value of what you're going to get? I think the value of that, of being close to those people that are, again, going to be billionaires, probably worth tens of thousands. Again, this is just my opinion. None of this is financial advice. Tomorrow they could go in and say, yeah, we're going to go in a different direction. We're going to give the, a Comey secret rare logo all of this utility and no more on the VeVe gold logo. I really don't see that happening. Again, in Pokemon, the most valuable cards tend to be the ones that were given away for free. Super Secret Battle promo, Trophy Kangaskhan, Trophy Pikachus, all of them, Pikachu Illustrator. I'll repeat that again. The most valuable Pokemon cards tend to be the ones that were given away for free. The partner statue, I think, is arguably one of the greatest grails, if not the greatest grail on the app. That is first appearance Mickey Mouse, double first appearance, Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney. And the gold logo is 4x that. Smart money will get in first. Smarter money, I think, is already here for that. And those are the bunch of things that why I think that is something for me, why I bought it. I think it's a good investment ROI for me. For anyone else, I have no idea. I can't say that for you. I'm not any of y'all's financial advisor. Anyway, that's it for me. Just wanted to give my 2 cents here. Comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love y'all. Class dismissed. Bye, guys. Meow, meow.